So this weekend, my wife and I were on a hike, and I was thinking about different things at work, like I often do on a hike. And one of the things I was thinking about is that I am not making enough time for our managers to come and talk to me about important decisions. And because things have been so busy around here, it's just kind of been free for all, grab me when you can, tackle me when you can, and I'll give you all of 5 seconds to explain something and then make a quick decision and move on. Okay? So I realized that that was partially necessary and partially unnecessary with as busy as it was. So I started coming up with something to do a little differently. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to have a meeting between all of our managers at about 4 o'clock every day for 5 minutes. And then that's going to be Robert and Vicki, that's going to be Dina and Jeff. And then they will disseminate to the assistant managers and that sort of thing. But it's going to be an opportunity for us to sit down and actually make decisions so we can all think about those decisions. And the big question for all decisions, guys, and it doesn't matter if it's business, doesn't matter if it's with home, is in order for X to be a good idea, what has to be true? So, you know, it's an interesting thing that when you come up with an idea, oftentimes we just think of an idea and go. But spending that extra minute or two saying, well, if X is a good idea, what assumptions have to be true? And write those down. And half of the ideas that I come up with when I do this exercise, I just like, oh, it's not going to work because of A, B, or C. Or, oh, I need to tweak A to make this work, and is that a good idea? So one of the things that we're thinking about and going to try to develop in these meetings at 4 o'clock are going to be the thought processes of what's the problem, what's the solution, and what has to be true for that solution to actually lessen problems rather than make more problems. So we're going to kind of go through that. Now, the point of this is, okay, so you're like, okay, the majority of you are not managers. What is the point? Why am I wasting your time? And the reason I'm talking about this is, one, the owner of the clinic is standing up in front of you, apologizing for not taking time out, dedicated time that's not rushed in between patients or while I'm filling out a bunch of charts, to try to proactively manage the clinic and solve problems that inevitably come up in any organization. That's my fault. I apologize. Second part of that is if I can do it, you can do it. Next part of it is there's a problem of me not having the time. So thinking about what can we do to solve that. And you know, maybe this 4 o'clock meeting or whenever we actually have it is not going to work. That's okay. We'll think of another solution to try to help make it work. And after that, if that doesn't work, we'll think of another solution. It's the old analogy of if you have a child and they're learning how to walk and they don't get it the first time, are you just going to say, don't worry about walking. You're fine. You can get through life without walking. No. If it's a good idea, if it's something worthwhile, you're going to try and try and try until they learn how to walk. So that's what we're going to do. The next part about it is coming up with a plan, testing it out, seeing if it works. If not, change direction. So I'd like everybody to think about today, what is an area of how you're functioning? Whether that's in work, whether that's in home, whether that's with relationships, whether that's with finances, whatever. Spend a few minutes thinking about a plan to fix that. If you need to apologize to somebody because something you've done, whether it's ill-intentioned or just not intentioned and it just happened, then own up to it. One of the best, most empowering things I've ever found in life is to own up to something when a plan has gone sideways, when you've behaved not at your optimum. Why is that? Because it puts it in the light. It befriends the other person or people. It helps them in your journey to interact with you in your journey. And everybody wraps their head around because they realize nobody's perfect and everybody's working towards a goal. So if you need to apologize to somebody, let them know. If you need help from others, let them know. and then try it out. Think of that one thing in your life that you want. Doesn't have to be work related. Make a plan. And if it's worthwhile, if it's something worthwhile to do, if that plan fails, what do? Try again. What if that plan fails?
Try again.
And that plan fails?
Try again.
You got it. So find the problem, think of the solution, talk to people who you need to talk to, ask them to help you in your journey, and then evaluate how you're doing. Okay? Let's have a great day.